Hello. Hello, you beautiful soul. So I had a message today come through. I was sitting and talking with Spirit about being self-centered. Right? And this message is going to be for somebody who maybe felt like you were royalty growing up, right? Like even as a child at a young age, you just felt or had this inner knowing that you were different, right? Like maybe you just felt like some type of lost, royalty, or like you belong to something huge, something powerful, something outside of your comprehension, right? And it's so interesting because I actually remember having a conversation with my sister about this probably like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, um, something like that. And I was telling her the same thing. I was like, girl, I feel like royalty and I don't understand how to explain it. And I don't even understand where this feeling is coming from. I just feel different. I feel like, um, I feel like I'm on a whole different playing field than most of the people here, right? Like maybe you just felt different than everybody around you. And it's so interesting because in the Matrix, there are these dark energies um, that are really, really, you know, there. And there are strong forces, strong energies to keep you from knowing who you are, right? Like you are a powerful light being, you're a powerful light worker, you're a powerful soul just having this human experience, right? And there are some NPCs here. There's a lot of them, right? And there's not quite as many people who just wake up woken, right? Like the woke ones, the ascended masters, the chosen ones, or whatever it is that you want to call it, right? There's such a small percentage of us that are actually here, which is why we have this inner knowing, this inner feeling of being royalty, right? It's because we are different. Right? We have a mission and a purpose, and we are powerful, right? And you feel this power inside of you. And there are just these forces that are here to keep you from knowing who you are, from knowing your power. But it's all for naught, because at the end of the day, we all end up knowing who we are. We all end up waking up, right? Seeing the signs, the synchronicities, the patterns. And it's because we're so far outside of the matrix, right? Even whenever we're born, that at an early age, we just know. We just have a knowing. It's just in there, right? And it's activated throughout our lives. More and more knowing, more and more synchronicities, right? I was that kid who, even in elementary school, I was seeing 11:11 all the time, right? I just looked up and saw 3, 2, 1. It's the final countdown, honey. And as I got older and as I went down my journey, my spiritual journey, 333 as I look up, I was initiated and awakened as a medicine woman at 18, I think. And I'm 36 now. And as a young girl, I was mentored by a woman who was a mother, right? But she was also heavily, heavily conditioned by her narcissistic mother, right? And so she had some of these same patterns and cycles within her own personality. And while I did respect her and honor her as my mentor, I did have to become aware of some of the patterns and the cycles and the the conditioning, right, that I was receiving from her. Okay. And I love this woman. She's amazing. She was she's such a powerful healer and all these things. But in the medicine world, in the shamanic world, a lot of times you'll find that medicine people don't have children, right? Because it takes so much of your energy and your time to dedicate to your purpose and to your mission and to your healing and your practice and all these things. It doesn't really leave a whole lot of space for being a parent, right? And why am I talking about this? What does this have to do with being self-centered? Well, because I learned to and serve, right, as an apprentice. I actually served before then in the food industry, right? Like I served there, I served here, I served at work, you know. And so I did a whole lot of serving. And finally I became a mother, right? And in that moment is when she finally got to a point where she's like, I wrote down some of the things that I've heard, right? It was like, you don't come first, right? You really don't even matter anymore. Um, when you put yourself first, you're being selfish. And my ultimate favorite was giving yourself credit is just feeding your ego. Like, what? So I continued on and on working with her until a point where I realized that I was depleting myself, right? I realized that putting myself on the list was not being selfish, and centering myself in my life was the best thing I could ever do for myself, right? But the programming, the conditioning within this matrix is here and set up to make you believe that you're not worthy of being on the list, right? Because if you begin to pour into yourself, right, you begin to love yourself the way that you should be loved, then you begin to wake up, right? And the matrix and the programs, the fear-based program system that is in place does not want you to wake up. Right? It doesn't want you to wake up because it knows that once you wake up, you're going to start waking up other people, right? You're going to wake up all those lost souls that need assistance. And that's not the goal for them. But the sad thing for them is that this is our goal. This is our purpose and our mission here, is to come and to wake up, right? We've already mastered this whole system already, right? We've already learned the lessons, which is why we've probably been dealt the hardest and toughest hands, right? Because we are able to transmute all of these energies, all of these lessons, and still wake up. That's how powerful you are, right? But you don't earn or gain any of that without putting yourself first and seeing that you should be centering yourself in your reality, in your existence, right? Spirit was saying that there came a point in your process where you put the weight of everybody else's stuff down, right? And as soon as you put all this weight down and you quit serving everybody else and you began to serve yourself, you're automatically ascending, automatically free, automatically lighter, right? That's what I was getting. And I even, received a little vision of somebody like holding on to a huge stone, right? Or even like tethered to it, huge stone underwater, right? And this person is drowning drowning with other people's ideas of what they should be doing with their life. And whoever this message is for, you let go, right? Or even cut yourself free from that. And then you began to ascend. You began to float up and up and up and up and up, right? Until your head broke free out of that water and you could finally breathe again. You're free. And I remember, speaking of that, that's so funny. I just remembered a high school boyfriend that I had, like my high school sweetheart. Whenever we broke up, I yelled. I was driving in my car and windows down, arms out the window, yelling, "I'm free! Yeah!" Right? Maybe that's how you felt in that moment once you started putting everybody else's stuff down and started to serve yourself, right? And whenever that happened, maybe people in your life, that are so stuck in the program are saying that you're selfish, right? You're being selfish for putting yourself first. You're being selfish for serving yourself. No. No. That's just fear-based programming, fear, shame, guilt, right? You should not feel guilty. You should not be ashamed, and you should not fear putting yourself on the list. You deserve to be at the top of the list. Why? Because you're not able to truly assist, right? If you aren't healthy. And the fear-based program in this matrix is here to keep you feeling depleted, right? It's here to make you believe that if you center yourself in your life, that you're being selfish. And the term self-centered is an insult. No, it's not an insult. If someone says that you're self-centered, you should take it as a compliment, right? And that'll confuse the heck out of them. They say, you're being selfish, you're self-centered. Yeah. Yep. That's right, buddy. Yeah, I honor myself. I love myself, right? And I love you. You're amazing. If you've made it to this part, to this much of the video, then make sure you hit the like button. And I just want you to know how important and amazing you are, and how proud I am of you, and how proud Spirit is of you for choosing yourself and putting yourself on the list, right? You don't deserve to be depleted, right? You don't deserve to be depressed. You should be expressing yourself. You should be pouring into yourself so that you are overflowing, and all of that overflow will just water everybody else around you, right? In your environment. Because our outer reality is just a reflection of our inner reality. If we are feeling depleted, then we are going to experience that in our world. We're going to look around and see, I don't have enough. Why don't I have enough on the outside? It's because you're not giving yourself enough on the inside, right? So, you're amazing and you're beautiful, and I'm so proud of you. And it is a process, right? I'm still learning how to center myself in my world, you know? And I've been doing it for like a year now. I'm still learning. It's a process, you know? But I honor myself, and I give myself credit for the work that I have done, right? And I wish, and Spirit wants you to do the same for yourself, right? So let me make sure I didn't write anything else down. Yeah, so I wrote down that whenever, whoever this message is for, whenever you started to explore yourself and put yourself first, right, you realize that you were the universe, right? Like, self is the universe, and the universe is self. So being self-centered is not a bad thing. It's really not. It's beautiful, and it is worthy. Yourself is worthy. The universe is worthy to be seen and felt and heard and all of these things. So here's that. I love you. You're amazing. If you made it to the end, make sure to hit the like button. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, you'll find all my donation options in the description. And if you are feeling stuck or stagnant in any way, reach out to me. You'll find my email in the description, and I have a couple of booking options. And I would love to hear from you. Only serious inquiries, please. I don't need people reaching out to me saying that they're going to book and then ghost me after I reply. That's not cool. Don't do that to me. I love you guys. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week, the rest of this year, and the rest of our lives here. I love you.